I love cooking Sunday brunch for my friends and family, and using Saag sausages makes it really easy to come up with some very creative dishes. Let me show you some of the ones that I have here. A frittata, Spanish-style egg omelet, open face, cooked in a pan using fried potatoes and Saag's chorizo. You can also use their turkey Italian or andouille sausage as well. Delicious. Over here I have what I call eggs cubano using the Saag's chicken mango habanero sausage with poached eggs and spicy black beans underneath. It's going to put a fiesta on anybody's plate. And this is a version of a very classic French dish called croque madame. It's a ham and cheese sandwich topped with a fried egg and a cheese sauce. It's decadent and delicious. This is my Southwestern style eggs Benedict using the Southwestern style turkey sausages topped with poached eggs sitting on an English muffin with a roasted green chili hollandaise sauce. And then finally, a classic English breakfast, bubble and squeak with English-style bangers and caramelized onions. Now, all the recipes for these great brunch dishes are on the website, but come on over here and let me show you how to make a couple of them. All right, so the first brunch recipe I'm going to show you is what I call my eggs cubano, and I'm using Saag's chicken mango habanero sausage. It's part of their naturals line. It's fully cooked, but we're going to grill it up on this grill pan here, and I'm going to serve it with some spicy black beans. And I just took canned black beans and cooked it up with some onions, and then I added some tomato salsa and let that cook down and simmer until it gets nice and thick. Now I'm going to show you how to make what I call a sofrito hollandaise, which is basically a hollandaise with sofrito, which is a mixture of these ingredients right here cooked together. It starts off with some bacon that I render and I cook, and then I add some onions, some garlic, tomatoes, and a little chili powder, and I get this paste that's really flavorful. And we're going to add that to our hollandaise. So let me show you how to make the hollandaise. Hollandaise is an egg yolk and butter sauce, and it's cooked. And I take 3 egg yolks, put that in my bowl, like so, to which I add a little bit of water, a little bit of lemon juice, and a little bit of salt. And I mix that together. It's very similar to a mayonnaise, except that it's cooked, and instead of using oil, we're using butter. So over a hot water bath, whip the egg yolks with the lemon and water until they start to get thick and frothy. And as you see, I go in a Z formation, just back and forth and back and forth. And the eggs get really frothy. Now I can add my butter. This butter is not melted, it's just room temperature. And as soon as it whisks into it, it's pretty much done. It's nice and thick. Now I'm going to add my sofrito, and you add this to taste. I like it pretty flavorful, so add a nice amount. Beautiful, that looks great. So once your hollandaise is done, just set it aside in a warm area and it can hang out for a few minutes while you cook your eggs. So I'm going to use the same pan now to poach my eggs. Here I have water with a little bit of salt, and I also put a tablespoon of vinegar in the water, and that will help set the egg whites up so they'll be nice and firm. And I pour them in one at a time, and you don't want it rapidly boiling, you just want it at a simmer. Just like that, where you see the bubbles around the edge, and you just leave it at that temperature, and you want to cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how firm you like your eggs. Now I'm going to start the plating by putting some of the black beans right in the center of the plate, and then top that with our chicken habanero mango sausage. Set that there, just like so. And then using a slotted spoon, come underneath, gently pick up the eggs, tilt off any of that excess water into a clean kitchen towel. Set that there like so. The other one right there. And then, finally, some of that beautiful hollandaise sauce with the sofrito right over the top of that. And a little garnish of some fresh cilantro leaves. And there you have eggs cubano. Sweet, spicy, sassy, and a great way to start your morning. So the next brunch recipe, we're going to use the Saag's British style bangers, and we're going to make a very classic English breakfast. It's got a funny name. It's called Bubble and Squeak, and it gets its name because of the sound that it makes when it's cooking. Now this is typically made after you've had a pot roast or some meat dish with a lot of root vegetables or winter vegetables. The next day the leftovers are chopped up like a hash and then sauteed. Here I have some potatoes, some Brussels sprouts, some carrots, and some parsnips. And I have a skillet here. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in, and I also like to put a little bit of butter. Butter gives a great flavor. And then I put in my vegetables, season it with some salt and pepper. All right, so we just want to push these vegetables together and let them brown and let it bubble and let it squeak. All right, my vegetables are done. They're nice and brown, caramelized. And I'm going to just set them right on the middle of my plate here. Beautiful. And now, take a little bit more butter and some sliced yellow onions. Season them with salt and pepper. I'm going to caramelize these right in the same pan. And while they're cooking, I'll show you over here in the grill pan. I took the bangers and I cut them in half and I grilled them on the flat side first and then a little bit on the outside there. And then I'm just going to stick those right on top of my yellow onions here and let those cook together for a little bit. Toss them around, let the onions really flavor the bangers. The bangers are done, the onions are done, and I just simply set those on top of the vegetables like so. And then take those beautiful caramelized onions and set those right over the top. They're nice and sweet, crispy, so you get that great contrast of texture, the silky smooth English style bangers, with those beautiful roasted vegetables, caramelized, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, tons of great flavor. Another great way to start your day. Well, I hope you found some great inspiration for your next brunch. For all of these great recipes and others, go to Saags.com.